Hi everybody, today we're going to do a Photoshop lesson where I'm going to show you how to do some makeovers. We're going to learn to change hair color or eye color or lips, whatever you'd like to do. We're going to use adjustment layers with hue and saturation. So today I've got this image. I've got it in our server under digital photo lessons. There's a file called makeover and it's this photo right here. So I've already opened that into Photoshop. When you get in here, what you need is you need to be able to see your layers panel. I've just pulled mine off over here. If you don't see it, usually it lives on this side or it's up at the top, window, layers. Make sure we have that out. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to change her eye color. I'm going to hit Command plus and I'm going to zoom in on her eyes so I can see them a little better. And from here I'm going to, whoops, I just needed to scroll down a little bit so I could center that. On the layers panel you'll see a little circle that looks half black and half white. If you click on that, you'll see lots of different adjustment layers. And what these do is let you make changes to your photo on separate layers, so it doesn't destroy the original photo, and also it lets you return to it to make further adjustments later. We're going to choose hue and saturation. Now hue is one of these dangerous things that if I started sliding this, you could see her change to all kinds of crazy colors. Now maybe I'm going to make her eyes go green. I'm going to leave it on green for right now. But I don't want her whole picture to be green. So what I need to do is change this part right here to black. The fastest way to do that is to hold your command button, Command I, it will invert it. And that just means that this is revealing this image down here. We don't have anything really selected yet. But to do that, we need to get your paintbrush out. So here's your paintbrush. Now at the top, you'll see this little drop-down arrow, and this will be your brush selection. I think for this project, choosing a softer, fuzzy-edged brush will give it a little softer look and won't be so harsh. Because when you're doing Photoshop makeovers, you want them to look as real as possible, so we don't want it to look like a big mess. All right, I'm going to hit Command plus again. I'm going to try to zoom in on our eyes, but I also need to make this circle a lot smaller. So let's see, my size slider is up here, but I think I can also use my bracket key. So I'm using my left bracket right next to the letter P. And as I just start to paint on her eye, I got to make sure that the right thing is selected. So right now, black, if I paint black on black, I won't see anything. So I got to switch those around. X key will also switch these around. So let's get X. So, okay, when the white box is on top, that will let me reveal. Here we go. Remember how I changed that to green before? That's why you're seeing the green. I'm going to paint over here, and we can come back in and fix this up a minute, but let's just get a little color on her eyes. Now, this is the part that you need to pay attention to. This bracket right now is around the mask. That's why I'm able to paint here. This little button right here gives, if I double click on it, it gives me my hue and saturation panel. So as I drag the hue slider, check out her eyes. I can change those to blue, to green, to gold, red, if you want to make it look really creepy. So let's choose something like, okay, let's say we've got those green eyes. Saturation will take the color, knock it down a little bit. It's like, how intense is that color? Do you want it to look crazy? Or do you want to just like, let's see, if I take it all the way up, that looks like neon eyes. Or if I take it down a little bit, make it a little more subtle. Lightness is, probably wouldn't play with that too much. Maybe just drag it to the dark edges a little bit. Just that's the brights and the darks. So mostly what you're going to be playing with is hue and saturation. That's a very simple way to change her eye color. All right, let's say we wanted to give her a different lipstick. Now, if I just grab, anytime I need to paint, I have to be on this little panel on the mask here. If I grab that paintbrush, I can give her green lips, but I wanted something else. So unless I want everything this same color, I need to put it on a different layer mask. So in order to erase something, switch your colors. When the black box is up, it works kind of like an eraser. So I can take that out. You cannot mess this up. All right, let's do it again. So let's grab this button down here, create a new adjustment layer. We're going to do another hue and saturation. I'm going to hit Command I to invert it. And let's say this time, I'm going to switch these around so the white box is on top. I'm going to paint her lips. Now, I don't see anything because I really haven't chosen a color, but click here. Let's choose, what color do we want to go with? Kind of a brighter pink, let's say. All right, so I can see it, but I'm going to be switching back and forth between these two. So I'm going to hit Command plus, try to zoom in on it a little bit, and I can make my brush smaller to do some more precise painting. You can do this fairly quickly. I'm going to do it kind of quick just so I can show you what you need to do. But as you come in and just kind of fill in that lip, and like I said, you can come back and clean it up a little bit more later. You can change that color by clicking over here, double click here. Whoops, where did it go? Let me zoom out, make sure I can see it. Double click. Okay. So as I change my hue slider, and you can see I'm a little sloppy. I didn't get everything. But this is a way that you can easily change her lip color without affecting the eye. So if I wanted to name this for myself, I could call this lip. I could call these, just click on it, eyes. And you could continue to go. You could do the hair, you could do hat, whatever you want to change. But it's kind of nice that if I want to come back and fix the eyes a little bit, I can come back there and work on the eyes. If I want to come back to the lip, I can do that. And again, this box here brings in your color selections and your saturation, so you don't want to get crazy with it. And then just continue to go. So enjoy having some fun with some Photoshop makeovers today.